What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another couch video. Oh, y'all gonna be getting the couch videos for a while, cause to do my other stuff, I gotta set up lights and all of that. I'm like, I'm still recovering, so I'm like making it as quick as possible. Anyway, I witnessed more game in one day at Rehab than in a few years on YouTube. Oh man. Yeah, because check it out. Like, I had the stroke. And then after the stroke, anybody familiar with it know you usually go into some type of rehab. Now, I went into this rehab place in Baltimore. I ain't going to give them a shout out or anything, because the way some people are, people be trying to get up in there and everything. So, I'm going to give them some privacy, but, it's interesting. First, I should have known something was up because, went to rehab and Miss Angel dropped me off at rehab and we sitting in there and it was, I had to share a room with this dude. Now, dude was watching Hitch on his TV. He didn't say anything, just sat there quiet. Okay, fine. So, okay, cool. Right? So, but that should have been a clue. He was watching the legendary movie Hitch. Alright. So the next day, had all these nurses coming through and they were just giggling. And he was like, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Hey, what's going on?" And I was like, "Damn, this dude got these young women, because this dude was in his 50s or 60s. It's hard to tell. He's a black man. Black don't crack. Hey, I'm just being real. So, but 50s or 60s, he had a walker and everything, around my height, 5'11", had a walker and everything, but man, these nurses were eating out his hands. Now, some people would say, well, nurses, they supposed to be friendly. Well, you know what, being at the rehab, seeing how the nurses were, I was like, nah, not really. In fact, some of them were on some nurse ratchet shit. That's why I ain't gonna get the name of the place. They want some hard shit. So I was just like, okay. But this dude and a couple other older dudes in there had these women eating out their hands. And I was just sitting back and, talking to dude. At some point, I knew his real name, but I started saying, "Hey, what's up, play? What's up?" Dude be in there thorough, had his walk and everything. And he wasn't in there for a stroke, but, he had an operation. I ain't really get into it. But I was like, man, this dude had these young girls, like fine young girls, 20s and 30s and stuff. Because I know some dudes would be like, well, maybe they were just older, maybe they just doing, no. He was just doing some old school game. All he was doing was just complimenting. He was like, "Hey, girl, you looking good today? Hey, baby, how you doing?" And let's just say some stuff might have happened because there was a curtain up. And I was like, damn, is that kissing? And I'll leave it at that. So anyway, I was thinking about that. Because and I mean, I ain't trying to talk any shit talking about it was more game than you'll see on like YouTube, but it really was. Because even for what I put out, see, I just put out one part of the game. I don't really get into the other part. I only put out body game because it's easy, it's free. That's the basic. Anybody know me? That's basic. Because if you go on my Patreon, I go deeper. And I definitely go deeper when I'm private, behind the wall, so to speak. But I give y'all the basic. I just give y'all the bait. But there's several aspects to the game. There's several aspects. Shout out BGS. In fact, I hit up BGS. I sent him a text. I said, man, this dude got some game. But there's several, like 4 main aspects to game, to man gets woman. You gotta have a bait, gotta have a conversation, you gotta knock them out in the bedroom, and then depends on what environment you're in. So, so I was checking out the environment. Okay, hospital. Okay, the nurses, they weren't friendly to everybody. Trust me. Trust me. That's why I ain't giving any names. They weren't that friendly. But they were friendly with this one dude. Right? And you can't say, oh, well, maybe it's money. No, this wasn't one of those high expensive places. And this dude, he wasn't dressed up like he had money out his ass or anything, you know? Had his walker, had his, like, just a regular dude, just a regular Baltimore dude, right? In fact, he was in the church and everything. Now, hey, that was one of his raps with one woman. Him and his woman, they talking about some church stuff. But the thing was, he just had that conversation and everything, because that's the important thing. Okay, you got this bait part. Okay, I ain't sure how they song, but he definitely had the conversation. Now I can pick that out for anybody, because, well, if they had sex or something, I don't know how that might have happened. But whatever the case, the conversation, that was the main part, because I'm going to tell you what. One of the main issues with a lot of guys out here is there's a lot of focus just on the bait. And even I focus on the bait publicly anyway, like when I say body game, but I always say that's not it, because some people try to say, oh, you just say body game. No, you ain't really listening to me. I've said several times that's the bait. You get them over there. You still got to talk to them. And see, that's a major issue. That's a major issue. A lot of guys don't know how to talk to women. And I'm going to tell you what. Here's how deep it is. It's simple and deep, but it's difficult for many guys. It's difficult for many guys. If you can really talk to a woman, that's it right there. That's it right there. Because the thing is, yeah, you can get them over. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care, you see these... those videos where the women coming over to the guy because he got that nice car. All of them are fake though. Come on now. But anyway, y'all know the feeling. Or somebody say, well, I got money and status, which a woman can't see anyway. Yeah, you got all that, but you still got to talk to them. Even when you talk about being online, even online. And we were talking about that Friday, Behind the Wall, because anybody know with my Private Brotherhood, we be doing monthly webinars and stuff. And no, it ain't open for everybody. It ain't open for everybody. It's just that simple. I say it's a select group up there, right? But whatever the case, we were talking about that, because you got a lot of people, they talking about, oh yeah, online, they doing the online stuff, but then they still got to meet the woman in public. You still got to talk to her. I don't care what you got. In fact, what I always say, a woman to say a man is fine until he open his mouth. And how many guys are complaining? They talking about they handsome, but they need game. If all they needed was handsome, they wouldn't need to talk to a woman. But you still gotta talk to him. And all this dude was doing was just talking to him. I was listening to how he's talking to him, how he's complimenting him and everything. Because here's something, let me give y'all some real game. If you know how to talk to one woman, you can talk to 500. And a major issue is a lot of guys don't know how to talk to women. They just don't know how to talk, complain about the women and stuff. I don't care who the woman is. I don't care who she is. I don't care how many. Actually, I'm just be straight up. That's always been my thing. That's always been my thing. Yeah, body game and everything. But then when I talk, they say, "Oh, hold up, you got that conversation too." But see, that's hard to teach. But then that's why I always say, go out and practice. Go out and start talking to, at least start off saying hi to 3 women a day. You got to practice. And then gradually moving that up, getting into small talk and everything. See, a lot of guys who don't know game, they think they can just walk up to a woman and say some magic word. Nah, you got to connect to the woman. And are you going to connect to every woman? Nah. But if you talk to them, you're going to find a way to connect. And because that's all it is. That's all it is. You got to connect to them. That's why you will see some guys who, other guys will look at them and say, well, how he get? He ain't handsome. First of all, you shouldn't be judging another man's looks any damn way. That's a whole other conversation. But how you be looking at, you be seeing a guy, you be like, well, hold up, he ain't tall. He don't look like he got money. Oh, he got some weight on him. He got all this, but he can talk to the women. He got the charisma of 10 men. And that's a very important thing. In fact, I would say with that with that elder. I'm gonna call him an elder. You know, sharing a room with. And I actually thought about this at the time. I said, you know what? Some dudes, if they pay him several thousand just to spend the night in the room and just observe him, will probably learn more than they would get out of anything. Because that's all it is. A lot of guys just don't know how to talk to women. And they're not rocket science. They not like demonic or anything. That's why you be seeing, sometimes you even see a fine ass woman with some dude. You be like, how you what? Well, you know, he probably had enough conversation, get her laughing and everything, and then, you know, get in the bedroom, laugh her panties off. And I know some dudes will say, well, they'll put him in the friend zone. No, the real friend zone is, look, when women put a man in the friend zone, that's just her nice way of telling him he needs to move on. If you notice, women don't really like hanging out with guys just in their friend zone. And if you do see them hanging out, they're going to fuck at some point. Understand that. Yeah, I told y'all. Since the stroke, y'all going to just get some raw game from Rom. And just real quick, sometimes I've held back because a lot of guys still don't get it. A lot of guys ain't going to get what I'm saying. They're going to come up with a bunch of, well, women this or women that. No, dude, that's you. You can't talk to the ladies. Hell, even at that rehab, I got a lot of little extras just by talking. They were telling me some things, you know. I wasn't as friendly as the player I was sharing the room with. I wasn't nowhere near as friendly, but still just enough to just get some extras. And I'll leave it at that. And I'll put it like that. Let's just say I got some extra service. But I'm gonna tell you what, though. That's the game. That's all it is just talking to the ladies. That's all it is. When we're coming up, just talking to the ladies. But a lot of guys just don't have that practice. They talking all this other stuff. Well, I'm gonna get all that money. Okay, how's she gonna know you got money? You still gotta talk to her. And then you really don't want her for that anyway. And how's she gonna know you got status if you don't talk to her? And even if you online, you still gotta, even if you meet a woman online, you still gotta talk to her at some point. You can't get around that. You can't get around that. And some dudes thinking, even with body game, I say, look, how many times have I said, you got to get enough of a body to get the woman's attention. But once she get over that, you still got to talk to her. You still got to talk. That's all it is. And a lot of guys are getting out of practice. We were talking about that on Friday behind the wall during this webinar. We were talking about that. You know, a lot of guys, they don't have that skill level. They don't have that skill. A lot of young people don't have that skill level. So much in their phones and everything. Don't have that basic skill level. That's why I say, just be friendly. Just talk. You'd be surprised. Are you going to get every woman? Hell no. You don't need to. You got 4 billion women in the world. Shit. If you get one every day, shit, that's still, what, 365? 366 during the leap year? And all it is just talking to them. Now, I'm going to hit y'all with something deep. I want y'all to really think about how deep this is. If you can effectively talk with one woman, you can talk with 1,000. Boom. And then you can see what's up. And see, the conversation ain't always about just trying to get with her. The conversation is to see where she at, if she's worth getting with. Because while you're talking with her, you could hear some stuff. She could say some stuff, and you could be like, nah, you know what, not this one. Not this one. So, anyway, though, that's the game. That's the game, man. That's what a lot of dudes need to do. Just talk. Just talk. Just say hi. I remember I gave my 18-year-old that game when he was young. I told you. I did a video. I said he's at the prom. He got all these women around him. And I just said some basic shit. And he still do it. I said, man, just say hi to him. That's it. All right? So anyway, like I said, still getting, I'll be a while getting better. And let me, real quick, okay, y'all know I'm getting better. Get the game, okay? All right. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings, everyone.